Today they revealed the biggest twist in the history of Big Brother. Mad. Like this season, you see friendship, alliance is very important for this season. So if you came to this season thinking that okay, you want to be like a one-man squad or you want to cause trouble with all the housemates, it's probably not going to work for you. But before we go in, guys, this is Anita speaking. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a video. So for today's live eviction show, I noted down every single detail for you guys, like everything that happened today. I noted it down so that you're not going to miss out on anything. If you didn't watch the show, just know that everything I'm telling you today is what happened. I'm not going to leave out anything. So this video will probably be long. No vex, don't be angry, but it's important because this is the first live eviction show and you need to know how things are going. So before the live eviction show, today is Sunday and I would have given you guys updates of what happened today, but nothing really happened, to be honest. Just we had Prince doing some girl's hair. I think that was like the highlight of today, Prince making hair. He already said that he can make hair, but today we saw it in action. So he made Katrina's hair, Nengi made her hair, and it was really looking nice. Today was just chill. Nothing really happened today. The housemates made their hair almost throughout today, said they're lounging. Sundays, that's usually how it is. This evening we had the live eviction show. So Ebuka started by congratulating Nengi for winning the head of house. He asked her about the wager, the fact that they lost their wager, and how she feels about it. She was like, she doesn't really feel bad, like really bad, because it was difficult and it's kind of hard for them to know all the details about everybody just so soon, but generally it was okay. Ibuka also asked her how she's handling the head of house stuff based on the fact that there are still so many in the house. So she was like, the housemates are cooperative and they made it work easy for her, so she didn't have any difficulty doing her head of house task. Ibuka now asked Watoni if she was surprised that Nengi picked her as the deputy head of house. Watoni said yes, that she was surprised, that she thought that Nengi was going to pick a guy. So Ibuka now asked her, okay, which guy did you think she was going to pick? She now said Ozo. I'm like, are you kidding me? Ebuka now went on to ask Watoni about the fight she had with Katrina earlier this week. That what was the reason for it? Watoni now said that she felt like Katrina has been too bossy. That was the major reason she picked a fight with her. He now said, okay, but why are you now being emotional after the fight happened? Watoni now said she felt defeated. That's why she went on and she was crying and she was being emotional. Ebuka now asked her that, okay, after now, if you feel defeated, what are you going to do? She now said, cry. So when she feels defeated, she's just going to cry, basically. So Ebuka now went on to ask Watoni if she felt like she was being too bossy. She now said that no, that they were just playing the game. She didn't expect it. She now went on to say that being bossy is part of her personality. Just see how she said it. It's just like, being bossy is part of my personality. It's in me. It just comes up. Hey. It's like from within. It comes from within. So he now asked her, okay, that how does she feel about it now? She said she feels bad about it because she likes to interact with the housemates, and because of that incident, she was not able to really interact with the housemates. But then they've settled everything. She has spoken with Watoni, so they are settled. Then this was the point where Ebuka dropped the first twist. He said that every Monday, Big Brother is going to put all the housemates up for possible eviction. Like every single housemate is going to be up for possible eviction every Monday throughout the season, not just like tomorrow, every single Monday. So tomorrow now we are going to be voting for 20 people. See money, oh, hey. A lot of people are going to be spending money. So this year, if your favorite is coupled up, it's not going to favor the person because you can't be voting for two people. You have to pick one. You have to pick a favorite. Thank God this year I did not even say I'm going to pick any favorite. I said I'm going to just be neutral. I like everybody, and probably, although there are some people that their character has already been putting me up, but I just decided that this year I'm going to be very plain with everybody so that I'll be able to not be biased. If you mess up, we treat your fuck up here. If you do well, we talk about it. So if they like, they should do everybody. I'm just going to be neutral. Maybe by the end of the show, I'll now know who I feel like I want to win, then push for the person. But generally I'm just going to be neutral. If you have a favorite and the person is coupled up, I'm sorry, somebody like Lincoln will be very lucky because it's a one-man squad and a lot of people are already supporting him, so he stands a high chance at winning this season. Then the next fight that was addressed was Lucy and Kaisha's fight. Ebuka asked Lucy to explain the reason for the fight. Lucy now said that they were in the room trying to sleep and Prince left the room and left the door open, and she didn't like the fact that he left the door open because the light was coming in. And just after she addressed Prince leaving the door open, Kaisha also left the room and left the door open. So she just called her name to close the door and Kaisha started shouting. So they now asked Kaisha, okay, what happened? Because apparently Kaisha had a different story. Kaisha now said that what happened was that she was going out to get a blanket because she was feeling very cold. So she left the room to get a blanket. That she didn't even know that there was any issue between Lucy and Prince about closing the door. So immediately she just left, Lucy started being very aggressive, started shouting her name, Kaisha, 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 and then she just took offense, like, why is this babe shouting my name like that? And then another thing was that she wanted the door to be, she didn't plan to close the door fully because she doesn't like sleeping without light. So her plan was to close the door just a little bit so that the light from outside can come in. But Lucy wasn't having it, so she just, brought up fights. Kaishana also said that some people are just tensed up and they're looking for one way or the other to trend. At this point, I just laughed. I'm like, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought, because the reason for the fight was so unnecessary. Lucy just picked it up and just used that one to add everything, shouting, shouting, shouting all over the house. She went from the room to the parlor. Somebody that wanted to sleep went from the room that was dark on the bed to the parlor that there was light. So you just know that the fight is something that she wanted. She has been craving for it, and I told you guys since that Lucy has been craving for a fight. So I like the fact that she said that, and that's Kaisha. I like the fact that she said that. It is sweet me small, because I wanted to go and tell Lucy that same thing, like, see, this plan, this your script that you brought into the house this year, it's not going to work and it's not going to favor her. Then apparently Praise was also involved in the fight. They asked him what was the reason for the fight. He said when he was passing, he heard something that Lucy said that he didn't like, so he addressed it. But now they are cool and all of them are cool. Woman Kaisha also said that right now all of them are talking. So it's as if they should fight and settle immediately in that house because they will not allow us to come and address the issue. They will just settle. What's wrong with them, Seth? Then Nebuchadnezzar went over to the entanglement. He used the word entanglement. I was just smiling like this because that entanglement word, the way I like it now, it almost fits every situation. He went over to the entanglement, the part I was waiting for. He first of all started with Ozo'S. I knew that there's no way Ebuka will come today and he will not address Ozo'S matter. Let me just read it the way he asked the question. He asked Ozo, you spent a better part of the end of last week clarifying things with two ladies. What was that about? Then let me also read what Ozo said. Ozo was like, for me, it wasn't anything serious or too deep. Since I got into the house, Dora has been my closest friend. He also mentioned that she's his favorite person. Like 2 days ago, Nengi and I just started talking. I'm attracted to Nengi. Dora and I are just close friends. We do everything together. Like, it's nothing more than friendship. So let's not be as if he's trying to play the two ladies. He cleared the air today that what he has with Dora is plain friendship and nothing serious, and he's attracted to Nengi. I like the way he answered the question, because before now I was like, what's this guy doing? What's he trying to do with these two people? But today he just said it plainly that this is what he has with this person and this is what he has with this person, without even shaking or trying to act smart or trying to give a diplomatic response. He just said it plainly. This is what some other housemates in other season or some other people don't do. They will be beating around the bush. I like this person, she's my friend, she's not my friend, or they will not even give you the answer well. But he just gave the answer well, and I liked how he addressed it. No more confusions. Before I continue, there's something that happened after the evictions. Let me just say it now before I forget. Katrina called Dora to side chick. She was passing and she called Dora to side chick. That was very, very, very insensitive of her. Ozo was so angry today. He was just complaining and talking about it to the housemaid. Like, he wasn't having it at all. Why would she do that? Why would she come out and say Dora is the side chick after, like, he has even cleared the air? Even if he didn't clear the air, for her to come out and be saying that kind of thing, this is the reason why Dorothy wanted to withdraw her friendship with Ozo, because the housemates were looking at it the other way. Then you now have Katrina coming in to come and call her side chick. Like, what does that even mean? Is she trying to make the two ladies have a fight, or is she trying to cause some kind of confusion? I don't even know, but it didn't really make sense. Then they now asked V about Neil, that what's up, what's going on. She's already calling him baby. Ibuka was like, are you guys there yet? This is what she said. I feel like Neil is a gentleman and he has a really good spirit, and I feel like I've been drawn to that spirit, so we are just kicking it. So basically they are still, moving. They are still in the process. Then he went over to Eric and he said he was not going to tell him anything, but that he should greet Lilo for him, or he should just greet Lilo. Then this is where Ibuka mentioned the biggest twist. He said that the housemates will have the power to evict a housemate. Let me explain. So basically, this is how it's going to happen. All the housemates are going to be up for possible eviction. We, the voters, are going to vote. Then on Sunday, the housemates with the least votes, like 4 of the housemates with the least votes, are going to come out. Then the remaining housemates that don't have the least votes, are going to now nominate the housemate that is going to be evicted. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. The way Ebuka said it was kind of confusing, but this is just how I understood it. So we have the power to vote. After we've now voted, those that have the least votes, the housemates will now say who is going to leave. Yes, that's how it is. That's how it's going to happen this season. So if you don't have a friend, when it gets to that point, the housemates are going to pick you to leave or it's either they do that or they pick somebody that seems like a strong contender. You don't know how these things happen. You don't know how the game goes. So I'm waiting to see that. Then Ebuka gave a special shout out to Erica, Brighto, Tolani Badge for making the dance floor lively, because last night they were on fire. They were really giving it to us. I don't know why he didn't mention Prince, because Prince also, gave us serious entertainment on the dance floor. I don't know, maybe it didn't just come to his mind, or it didn't just come to his head. Then Ebuka asked Tolani Badge if he felt like some of the housemates are still being in their shell and they're not showing themselves. Tolani now said that she can't speak for other housemates, but for her, she feels like she's still being in her shell and she has not really shown herself, or they've not really gotten to know every side of her. But that next week, they are going to see another side of her that they've not seen. Ebuka asked her that, but don't you think that it's detrimental to you, like to your game, because you don't know how long you're going to be here? For all he knows, there could have been eviction today, so why would she play that tactic? She was like, that's just how she is. It's not intentional, that's just how she is. Maybe when she gets to a place, she's not able to be free just immediately. Ebuka asked Tochi if he feels like there are cliques forming in the house already. Tochi was not like, yes, that some people vibe well together, so that just made it possible for them to be in groups. And if you don't vibe well with that group, you will not want to be there, or you will not feel like you're part of that group. He now asked him, okay, she mentioned one clique. He now started mentioning the couples. He mentioned Lilo and Eric. He mentioned Erica. Abi, who do you even mention again? She mentioned some of the couples, that the way the couples are, if you don't go there and you want to come and have conversation with them, and they might want to talk about something that does not concern you, so that's just it for him. Then Ebuka asked Kidwaya if he feels like there's some kind of pressure in the house for people to be coupled up or to be booed up. Kidwaya said that no, that he doesn't feel like there's any kind of pressure. That for him, he doesn't feel pressure to get into anything or to move on too fast in any relationship or with any relationship. So he doesn't feel like there's any kind of pressure. Ebuka asked Trikiti the same question. Trikiti now said that for him, he feels like there's some kind of pressure. It's not as if they are saying it or they are voicing it out that, oh, you need to be booed up, but the way things are just happening, you might just feel like, oh, this person is booed up, this person is booed up, so maybe me, I need to also be in that position. So that's just it for the pressures. So this is basically what happened today. It is now game on. Let's see how the game goes from now, especially when the housemates get to find out that they have the power to nominate. You now start seeing some people try to do friendly. I kind of like how they did it this season, because sometimes it's almost as if with the fans, you just pick somebody that you just like randomly. It's not because of their character or anything. You just pick and just vote. So the fact that the housemates also have a power in this whole thing, I like it. It's like you're giving them power and you're also giving us power. So I just like it. It's kind of like, it's cool, sha. Let's just take it like that. So I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, or when next I make a video, most likely tomorrow. So stay tuned. Turn on your post notifications if you've not already done that. Like this video, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.